Hi, David
And Brenda.
from outside our bubble, and we're about to go inside of our brand new 45 LP Tiffin Allegro bus. This bus was built for us by Tiffin. We had special ordered it through Davis Motorhome, and we just recently took delivery of it. This video is
4 weeks ago.
Yeah, 4 weeks ago. That's true. Recently. This video is a long time coming because we've been dealing with some things to get them up to date, fixed up in the coach, and more or less we wanted to set the coach up for living for us, and that takes a little bit of time. So without further ado, we're going to show you the inside of our 45 LP, how we're living in it, and some of the changes we had made along the way. Brenda?
Come on in.
This is going to be a little bouncy video here. I hope you all don't mind. You know, if you get seasick, you might want to look away. Okay, here we go. We're inside our 45 LP now, and like I said, this is a little weird, kind of like if you were doing a video from space or something. We're going to kind of go slow as we can here, but welcome. This is our 45 LP. It is a very unique motor coach that has a lot of features for the money that you get, and we're going to go through some of this very quickly. We don't want to make this too long of a video because we're not really here to sell you the video. We're just, or sell you a coach.
Yeah.
Take that back. We're just basically want to end up our process of having the build videos done on our blog with a walkthrough of the coach, which actually a lot of you people have been reminding us that we had to do. So this is for you.
Well, let's get some of the basics done. This is the Ralph Lauren package, the color scheme. Yes, some of you may notice we do have a different couch. This is a prototype couch that we had built by Villa.
Yeah, that's a very good point, Brenda.
Yeah.
Just so you guys are aware, a lot of you might have read it, that this is not the couch that they're currently shipping in the products. Brenda and I worked with Villa to have this couch made to put inside of this coach with the hopes hopes that Tiffin might decide to use it in the future. There's no guarantees of that. However, I will say, and we're very proud to say that it was very well received.
We were also crossing our fingers that it would fit.
Yes. So we took the chance that if the couch came in and it didn't fit based on our design and working with Villa and Tiffin, mind you, that if it didn't come in, we still eat the cost of the couch. And then we would end up with their couch anyways. Yes. So we took that risk, and it paid off. So you will notice the couch is different, and so that's one of the features that we did. And there's no telling if they're going to be doing this in the future or not. Feel free to request it and see what happens. I guess that's all you can ask for, the bot couch.
Well, again, this is the Ralph Lauren color package. We chose the glazed honey cabinets. It's all cherry wood, but this is the glazed honey, and that's pretty much the color scheme. There's not much more you can choose. Oh, we went with the traditional floor, not the optional floor.
The herringbone pattern.
The herringbone pattern.
One of the other things you might be noticing in the video is up here the cloud, or this.
We call it the cloud.
We call it the cloud. That ceiling sculpture thing. It's got a blue light. Now that's something we also changed. That comes in white, and what Brenda and I did is we pulled that down and put in color changing LEDs. The remote's over on the counter, hon.
Yes.
So it's something that we did is we put in color changing LEDs, so we can not only change the color to different colors. You got to point it at the IR, love. It's new to us.
New.
We can change the colors, but we can also change the brightness. And if we do want to use white, which is what they normally have in there, there is a white option. And we can also change the brightness. This comes in very convenient for television watching because there's a lot of overhead light in here. And it's all controllable by the very nice spider control panel system. But there's still a lot of lighting that is left on. And for those of you who don't know and you have a spider system, which I'll bring you over there right now. There's the control panel for the lighting and the generator start and a water pump and things like that. And for those of you who don't know, and you should know, but they don't tell you this, is the lights are dimmable.
Yes. A lot of people don't know that.
A lot of people who have these don't know that. All you do is you hold the button and it will dim the lights down and then go back up in succession. So you let go wherever you want to and it'll remain that brightness. If you turn the lights off and then turn them back on, it'll come back to that last brightness setting that you had. So that comes in very handy, and it's a good thing to know because we've run into a lot of people actually who don't know that.
Yes.
So, in any case, we're going to just come through the coach here real quick. And This is one of the features of the Tiffin is this really nice space adding pull-out island.
Pull-out island, extra countertop. These drawers, as you can see, are super long, so there's no want for storage space in here.
No. One of the other things we did do is we changed. Oh, it's got a dishwasher too.
Dishwasher.
One of the things we also did is we changed the cooktop. The cooktop normally comes with an induction cooktop, which is what this is also. However, we changed to a higher end induction cooktop. Not that you may need to, but we did because the certain ways we cook food, we like to simmer them, and this has a more proper control. This is something you don't have to do, but if you see this in our video, we wanted to at least just let you know it's not the same one that comes in the 45 LP by default.
The one that does come, though, is a 2-burner. This is just a direct replacement, higher-end one that we chose.
And we had that for 2 months before the coach was even built.
Yes.
And we carried it with us.
One of the other changes that we did was this normally has 4 drawers going down the countertop, and we wanted a place for our coffee machine, which is very important to us.
Yeah, the typical install or typical setup for this coach at the time was 4 drawers, as Brenda mentioned. As you can imagine, that 4th drawer coming all the way down here would kind of ruin to be able to use the countertop space. Not to mention, if you put something in front of it, you can't pull out the drawer anyway, so it's becomes kind of useless. We really needed the countertop space, so we did a mock-up for them, and they were able to produce that for us. And from my understanding from Tiffin, since people have seen what we have done,
it's very popular.
It's very popular, and it's being requested now over and over. And in fact, we heard that this is probably going to be in the 215 coach, just like this.
Yes.
So if you buy a 215 coach 45 LP and you have a 3-drawer countertop, you're welcome. So at least we think you'll be welcome.
Yes.
The other thing we wanted to point out was the television. And Brenda, if you could take this.
Yes.
The television is a 50-inch television. And one of the things that we did is, this is something they don't do also, but we did, but we wanted to show it to you, is we put this on a pull-out mount. The reason being is because this is normally how the television is fastened, and the couch is over here. So the television's more facing toward the kitchen area, which really doesn't work for us and our television viewing needs. We also added a sound bar to the top of the television because they have the surround sound speakers in here, which again just isn't something that we would use the way it was set up. So what we did is we put in a pull-out mount. And what that allows us to do is not only swing it toward the kitchen area if we're at the dining room table, but more importantly, it allows us to swing it toward the seating position for the couch. And when you do that, it's beautiful.
Perfect.
So that's something that we did, and for those of you wondering how we did that, it's just an Amazon mount. It was $70 from Amazon. We put a backer, a 3/4 inch plywood board backer to mount that in, and then mounted the bar to that and put the television to that. Not very hard to do. It took Brenda and I probably about 2.5 hours because we never had done one. We had to figure it out to make sure it would all work at first, and then it came out very well. I could probably put one of these in about an hour now if I needed to. Don't ask, I'm not taking requests. So, also the issue was, how are you going to drive with it on a sliding arm? I addressed that with 2 locks on the back. So it won't come out when we're driving. So anyways, that's another feature that we did. The 45 LP does come with a fireplace, and that is a heat, which is nice.
Option.
As an option. We got that. With the option of the heated floors in this coach, which we also took. The beauty part about that is it is a electric heating floor element. Doesn't use the AquaHot system or anything for that. And we've been down in 19-degree weather with this coach already, sitting in Red Bay. And because of that, we were able to run the floors at 104 degrees, which sounds like a lot, but it's really not. And then just having this running and nothing else, not the AquaHot heating system or anything, and we were able to keep our coach at 68 degrees. So that was pretty amazing. Bren, you got anything to add?
Well, the kitchen here has a lovely table that pulls out very easily. You can double the space. You do have chairs that are down in your basement area right now, but they will pull out, and so you can seat 4 around this table very easily. Pops right back in. The shades. The shades you can do, they're all remote controlled. all three of them in the living area. Remote control, you can do the day shades and you can do night shades. So when you're ready to go to bed, you can just close all the shades and be done with it.
Whoa, that was a little fun. Now, understand, I told you, this is a one-take thing, so you get what you get. Understand that one of the downsides that I have, and this is a Tiffin decision to do this, is they only motorized with remote these 3 room shades. The whole front of the coach, unfortunately, did not go down when we told it to. You have to do each one of the shades up there manually. And they chose to do this because they're afraid that if you're driving, it would automatically come down and you'd have no control over doing that. So they made it so it's manual. I, on the other hand, am looking into a solution to somehow put in automatic relays that, you know, if you have the key in the ignition, it cuts the power or what have you, so they will not automatically be able to go down. I really would like it, and I really hope they do this in future coaches, that when you tell it to go down, that they all go down. Because if you're going to have motorized shades, you should, you know, you tell it you want it to room darken, or you tell it you want to go to bed, everything in our opinion should go down.
Yes.
That's our thought.
One of the nice things is on the Spider control, they do have an all lights off. So if you do leave some lights on in the living area and you're in bed and you say, oh, I forgot to turn those lights off, you can hit the all lights off and be done with it. You can also lock your doors and all your cargo doors from the bed.
Yeah, that's a good point. You don't ever have to go, oh, honey, did you lock the doors or the cargo bay? You can just reach over and hit a button from your bedside and they'll lock.
And you can hear them lock, so you know you don't have to go test it.
So that's a really nice feature that comes with the 45s or with the buses. And that's the Spider control system is a major plus to be able to do this stuff. And if you ever have to deal with Spider Corp, they are a wonderful company to deal with. They really are. And also the IR controllers for the inside, for the infrared, for controlling the AV gear, that is also done by them. So they're very good people to work with.
Now, another feature of the 45LP, it's a bath-and-a-half floor plan. Here is the powder room. It's just a basic powder room, but this is where you'll find your controls for the heated floors. So they are out of the way, as you're only going to be using them when you are in the cold. Hopefully, if you're RVing in the correct way, you will not be in the cold.
Yes. However, we all know as RVers that sometimes,
and this winter,
yeah, this winter in particular, you will find that time where you get very cold,
yes.
And it's not the best of worlds. So even you're in a nice tropical area or a nice southern area, Texas,
yeah.
You can get beat up pretty good with the weather.
You
so
get freezing.
And the heated floors are we
Nice.
already look forward to them, and our cats. BK, Whisper, and Tori all love them, by the way.
Yes.
So it's an added bonus.
Pet friendly.
Pet friendly, added bonus. Speaking of pets, we're just going to have to do this real quick. Here's Whisper. Okay.
Yeah, he's thrilled.
He's thrilled. So we're going to just move on through the coach here, and we're going into the bedroom now.
Now we chose the optional king size bed. It does come originally with a queen size, which obviously will give you more room on the sides, which we wish with the king size we would have more room, but you know, you've got to take what you get.
Now you'll also notice that we have no windows on the left or the right side of the bed. That was by choice. They do come with 2 windows, 1 on each side. The reason we chose to remove them is the one on this side of the bed is right next to the other slide. There's about 6 inches between the slide and the window. To us, that was kind of useless. The other window does have a view of the rear of the coach, but the reason we chose not to have them put in is because the valances that they use for the shades come out so far that you, as you can see, don't have much room on the edge of the king-size bed as it is. Well, the valances would stick out over the bed. Yes. So therefore, we did not like that. If you choose, and a lot of people, of course, want the windows, our recommendation would be to ask them to remove the down valances, the sides of the valances that are going down, and just use the top of the valance, which hides the blinds. And by that, you can see over here. So this is the top part of the valance, which hides the blinds inside it. And these are the ones that come down. And what you can do is have them not put these on, just make this part here. And that will allow it then to be put next to the bed without sticking out in the way. So if we ever end up adding a window back there, which we can still do because the frame is there, we just have to have it cut out and put in, we would do exactly that with the valance.
Now David's favorite part, the AV area.
Yeah, my favorite part. Unfortunately, this is a sore subject with me and Tiffin and a number of other owners, unfortunately. But you got to do what you got to do. This is where they choose to put the AV equipment, and the problem I have with it is it's too tight and too consuming for the gear you want to put in. And by that I mean it gets too hot. This over here is an area behind here is where they put the distribution for all the televisions. And the devices behind there, they usually have a louver right here with one single fan behind it. Well, that fan, in my opinion, was not cooling that gear adequately enough. So I had that removed, and I put in this two dual fan system, which actually is quieter than the one fan system they were using. And it removes a lot more air, keeps it a lot more cooler in there. And also, make sure if you already own one of these coaches and you have a fan in there, make sure the fan is blowing air out. Do not suck the air in. Very important. In some of the earlier coaches, all the air was being sucked into the bay, which not only causes you to have more heat inside because it becomes static pressure, but it also blankets everything in there with dust.
Yeah.
Not a good idea.
No.
So check that if you already own one of these coaches. Have the fan, just take it off. If the fan is sucking air in, just reverse the fan. Just unscrew the 4 screws, flip it over, put it back, and make sure it's blowing out. You'll also find it's slightly quieter.
Something you notice that we might have done here in the bedroom is we added 2 drawers here. Now, the typical setup is you get 2 drawers and then you get one giant drawer here that they use as a hamper. We didn't really have a need for that. We didn't enjoy that. We wanted extra drawer space. So we had some of the woodworkers after hours come by, and they put in a couple drawers for us, which we now love. And as you can see, it looks like it's always been there.
Right. And important note that Brenda just made is there are after hours workers at Tiffin that will do work after hours. Yes. You pay them directly. They are not employed at that point by Tiffin, and these are the same people that do the woodworking and stuff like that as it is. So that's why this came out so well, and we thank them for that. One of the other things we also want to point out in this coach is that the drawers that they're using are self-closing drawers. That's nice. So you don't have to, you don't have to push on them hard or pull on them hard to get them to come out. So they're self-closing. I let go, and as you can see, it sucks it in on its own. That's a great thing. And most of the drawers were done that way, but for some reason not all of them. So we're hoping that's going to be changed in the future. They did give us, we did purchase, I should say, the other arms to put into the other drawers, and we'll do that ourselves.
Yes. Here we are in the, shall I call it, the master bath. One of our big issues, I guess we would say, is the corner shower, which I'm sure a lot of you can relate to. We had another shower that was pretty large, and so we got spoiled by that. But this is a typical RV shower.
Nicely done.
It's nicely done. It's very elegant looking. We are hoping in the future, though, that maybe they will square this out a little bit or rectangle so you have a little bit more room in there.
And like I said, we're hoping in the future they'll be able to do that. And there's no reason they can't do it because, unlike other manufacturers, Tiffin actually makes their own enclosures. So this entire shower was built at the Tiffin facility. So it was actually manufactured piece by piece. It wasn't something that was brought in from another company. So in knowing that, we know that Tiffin can build the right, a rectangle shower or a square shower. Because let's face it, when you cut a radius like that, you lose a lot of space.
Yeah.
As long as they can get these panels and everything that they need to put in a square or a rectangle shower, there's really no reason that they shouldn't be doing that, in our opinion.
Yes.
Unless there's something else we don't know. But we know we'd like the space inside the shower. But
and I know a lot of RVers would.
Yes. And also, though, however, we are getting used to it. It's just something you get used to.
Yeah.
But if we were any bigger, we would not be very happy.
Now, one of the nice things I like about this bathroom is that it does have double sinks. You have a lot of storage space underneath. as well as a large vanity top here. So you are not wanting in storage space in this coach at all. That's for sure.
And one of the things you will, oh, there you are on camera, by the way. Any case, one of the things you will notice that is, we're hoping they're going to change in future coaches is this is a little it's not very deep.
Yes.
So that's a drawback. Some people have actually had this taken out and extended out further, and I really think that they could give it another 2 to 3 inches, or actually another couple inches maybe, just to bring it out a little bit further. I don't think it would hurt the countertop too much, and hey, maybe they'll do that in the future. But Tiffin, if you're listening, that's one of the changes we would look for.
Yes. Now when we step up, there is more. We're in a walk-in closet. And the walk-in closet, we have our washer and dryer, which has clothes in it because I'm doing wash. And it is very lovely to have that in the back of the coach. You have more dresser space here. So you have more drawers. This, however, you do not normally have. This is something of my husband had designed and had one of those after hours workers build this. This is for his equipment. We do work online, so he needs a lot of server space.
So inside of that room, basically, just so you know, because I know I'll be asked,
Yes.
is our Wi-Fi system, our server, our battery backup system for the electronics, and basically our wireless distribution and everything. So everything is housed back there because, as you saw up there, there really wasn't any space for it.
No, no.
And this is a closet. It does have a door.
This is a closet.
So if you don't have to see this all the time.
Yes. We, however, unfortunately need to keep it open because we do have cats. There is a nice little nook here for the cat litter box. And as you can see, we use all natural cat litter. But one of the things that we did, with some of the after hours workers, is this whole space here was just the floor and this step. And it just went all the way back. So the litter box really was teetering on this little step. So we asked to have this built, and they actually came up with this design. This is our countertop here, and they stained this piece of wood to match the cabinet, and it goes all the way back, and they did a wonderful job with that, and we're very pleased with the work of all these after-hours workers.
Just want to give a shout out to TJ. Thanks, TJ. That was awesome.
Yes.
That was great. I really think they should fill that in anyways, the whole back corner, because it makes no sense to have that gap there anyways.
Yeah, for those of you that don't have a litter box you have to store, that would be a perfect space for a vacuum cleaner or anything. But speaking of vacuum, this coach does have a
central vac. Yeah, and unfortunately, once again, you find things out
Yes.
as you start to live in it. The central vac system, for as good as it is, the connector for the hose is right down there. That little black thing down there is your connector, which if you can see it, I hope you can. It's kind of difficult to get to.
It's a little difficult to get to.
Yeah, they kind of didn't think that one out for some reason. But however, what they did think out, and this is just a great thing, is down here
And I use this all the time.
is a kick plate. So basically that's a sweeper plate. So you sweep things up on your floor, you sweep it up to this point, you kick that with your foot, and you can suck it all into the basement underneath where the central vac is located.
Yeah, the bag is underneath. One other quick thing that we had done with the after hours workers is these doors. There's a sliding door here that separates the bedroom, and there's one that separates the bathroom. Well, they normally come with these translucent panels of glass, which is very lovely and pretty, but it lets in a lot of light.
So what we did is we had that translucent material replaced with wood. So basically that's slid out, and they slid that in and stained it, and now we have a nice solid door.
Yes.
And it was a good thought. It was very decorative and everything, but I really think, once again, unless the engineers or the people live in these things, they don't understand that it's not really the best idea when they have all that light there.
Yeah.
So we made that change, and I got a feeling that that's going to filter down into the 215 coaches. So
No
we
pun
hope,
intended.
Yeah, no light filter. So also we're back to the kitchen now. We forgot to point out how big these kitchen sinks are.
Yeah, I really only have one side open. This does open up, and you have a huge side in there. My pots and pans fit in here without an issue to clean, and it's just really lovely to clean up afterwards. But I do find it easier to keep this on. Gives me a little extra counter space for working.
And this is big to begin with.
And this is big to begin with, so much bigger than what I was used to.
And one of the final things that we did is up here, that normally they have a pull-out shelf, which is nice.
This is normal. This comes with the coach. However, this is normally just a regular standard shelf. So we had them do a pull-out shelf. And I don't know if you can see, but it's tapered, so the back of it is higher than the front, so you can see what's up front. And you can get to everything a lot easier.
Yeah, that's something we think that they should be doing anyways, because the shelf is really deep. Here's an example. This is on the other side, and they have the slide-out shelf here, but not here. At least here, you have the space you can reach up and reach back. Over here, because of the sink coming out at the angle, yes, it's harder to get to the back. So that's why we left this one like it is, but we put the slide-out one on that one. So this is a longer video than we thought. This was 26 minutes so far.
Wow.
It's not
Sorry about that.
Yeah, you kind of get talking. I hope it wasn't too much of a bore. People have been asking about this and our thoughts and our feelings, and that's basically what we're giving you, we hope. The cockpit we didn't even get to, but that's that's a cockpit. You got to have it to drive.
And the whole office area over
Oh,
here.
we didn't even get to the whole office area that they have set up. We can show you that really quick. This is mainly where Brenda works. That's a slide-out computer shelf.
Slide-out computer shelf. Underneath, they do have...
Oh, you're catching on the door there.
I'm
It's
catching
your
on the
gap.
door.
Okay.
Yep.
They have a pull-out printer shelf also. So that's where your printer can go, and there's power and everything back there.
You can see I don't pull it out very often.
Yeah, we have a very small HP MV printer, which is really convenient for an RV. So that's some of the features of the coach. We really hope you enjoyed this long video. It's a lot longer than we thought it would be, but we hope it's worthwhile to somebody. This again is a 2014 Tiffin Allegro Bus 45 LP. The 215, of course, will be hitting the systems probably in July, and there will be changes. Probably a number of them that we have made to this coach already will be implemented. Can't say which. Haven't been privy to any of that information as of yet. But so mileage may vary, no pun intended. So other than that, thank you for watching. We hope this answered some of the questions and finally gave you a look at how we live on the road. I'm David Bott.
And I'm Brenda.
And we're from outside your bubble. Outside our bubble. Soon to be your bubble. Boy, did I mess that up all the way at the end. It takes me to mess up. Any case, from outsideourbubble.com asking you, when's the last time you got outside your bubble? Take care, keep safe. See you on the road.
Bye.